Okay, you guys know the Lamborghini Espada, right? It's a classic, kind of like a wagon kind of thing from Lamborghini from like 30, 40 years ago. Well, I bet you've never seen an Espada like this. Holy crap. So, this is built by Supercar Rooms over in Miami, built by Elo. And yeah, this is an actual, I believe, a Lamborghini Espada. And look at this, it's got the V12 engine, look at 6 carburetors. And it's built into a rat rod. So custom front end here. Look at this. And you see how all the parts are exposed. There's the clutch and brake master cylinders. Jesus. All those coming from the distributor over there. 6 carburetors. Look at this. This is ridiculous. What is this? Can't read the name. Some nice wheels. Holy shit, look at this. So they have like these aluminum seats that are reminiscent of the stock seats from, I think, like a Diablo. It's even got rear seats, look at that. Now, I'm not sure if this was a original Espada and they modified it. I'm gonna find Elo and ask, but I don't know if this was an original Espada and they modified it, or if this is like a fiberglass body kind of made to look like an Espada. But this is art. See the Italian flag running down the center of the center console. Manual transmission. Oh man, there's all the switch gear. Pedal arrangement. I gotta go for a ride in this thing, man. Jeez. Look at all those rivets holding all the panels together. This is just art. Like, I saw this in pictures, but I didn't think it would look like this. Wheels are all sticking out of the bodywork. It's wide as hell. Honestly, I think this is wider than an Aventador. Yeah, there's an Aventador right there. It's wider. Let's take a look at the passenger side. Jeez, this is just wild. There we go. Stripes down the side like a Performante. I'm gonna find Elo and ask him about the car. Oh, hey, look, my questions are answered. Just read that. So it was actually accredited and signed by Fabio Lamborghini. Yeah, like a few weeks ago, Fabio Lamborghini was actually here. So it was built by Danton Art Customs. And yeah, it was built on a real Lamborghini Espada chassis. So, real chassis, modified. Look at this. Who knows? Maybe it was a clean Espada chassis. Maybe it was a unclean Espada chassis destined for the junkyard, but rescued and made into something much better, into art. Ain't nothing but a thing. Holy shit.
That was a slow motion shot right there.
That was.
God. Yo, you need help getting out?
Whilst you guys are here, I want to talk to all of you guys about this car because a lot of people don't know what this is.
What's up, man?
Nothing, doggy.
What is it? It's a Lamborghini Espada. You read that. Anyways, I wanted to bring this car out for you guys to see today because I'm really good friends with the owners here and with Floyd. But this is the reason I moved to Florida. It's very emotional for me to talk about this car. Because this particular car cannot be legal anywhere else in the world. That's why we like Florida. You can't drive this in France, you can't drive it in England, and for sure you can't drive it in Germany, where you got the best roads. So when you talk of supercar rooms, and I want to point this out, a lot of people go, why do you have hot rods and supercar rooms? And why do you have all this other stuff? Why don't you have only Lamborghinis and Ferraris? For me, supercars is actually the expression of something so special. I like them all. I like Hondas, I like Nissans, I like JDMs, I like rat rods, I like supercars, I like everything but trucks. the trucks are supposed to be in the farms. I think trucks don't belong on our roads, but I love them too. But for me, a supercar is all about this car. So a little bit about this car. This car started life as a 1970, even though the media says it's 1968. They wanted it to be a 68, but it started life as a 1970 Espada. It was a great car. It was bought at auction for 170,000 euros, which is an equivalent of $200,000. And then it was sent to a shop to get cut up. Today, what is this car worth? I wouldn't sell it for anything less than $750 because I believe it's a one of one. But more important than the money about it, this car was built and conceived by 3 people. Myself, the builder, which is right there, Danton Customs, and also the family, Fabio Lamborghini. You can see here he signed the car. We had to convince the family to build a rat rod. And the family was what? What is a rat rod? I had to spend a whole week in Italy eating pasta every day to talk him into this build, and I talked him into it. When this build was built, it was meant to be the first of its kind, and there's none other in the world. People have renderings of Lamborghini rat rods, they're just renderings. This is the first real Lamborghini rat rod in the world, and the only one to date. I don't want it to be the only one. I want people to build cars like this. I want you to take your imagination and do things. When Mr. Lamborghini was at my place down in Supercar Rooms, and if you don't know, you should come check us out in Miami, Mr. Lamborghini said, I asked him, I said, what's the difference between a Lamborghini and a Ferrari? And he said, Lamborghinis are cars that drivers own them. It's an owner's car. Lamborghinis are cars that are great to drive every day. Ferraris are pieces of jewelry. But what would you want? Would you want a jewelry or would you want a car you're going to drive every day? And I said, I want a car I want to drive every day. But he said, a Lamborghini driver is the guy you want to be. A Ferrari driver is the driver you are trying to be. An Audi driver is a real driver. But more importantly, for me, this whole thing is all about the expression for the kids. I was a little boy and I had posters of supercars on the wall. I don't want the kids to think they gotta buy everything. It's not about money. It's about your imagination. It's about the talent in you. It's about you having the guts to do something that a lot of people think is wrong. I had a guy look at this car from a magazine in Europe, and he came all the way from Belgium to do an article on the car. And he said, the car is so wrong, it's cool. And that's all I wanted to hear from him, because it's important to see that he thought it was cool. We gotta break away from the mold of it being what everybody else wants it to be. It's our dream. This is my dream and Danton's dream. It's our dream. It's not their dream. You don't want to drive their cars, you want to drive our cars. Your car. Make it your own. People always say, why you put wheels on your car? And I said, your magic word here is your. Y-O-U-R, your car. So this is a very special car. We'll be having this car down in, we'll be taking it down tomorrow to, what is it called? The Cars and Coffee.
Cars and Coffee, Palm Beach.
If you're there, you're gonna see it. It's gonna be on the Michelin stand. Michelin invited us to take this car to Cars and Coffee and put it on their stand. It has Michelin wheels, and no, Michelin tires, but it's not because of the Michelin tires. They just wanted the car there anyway. But it's a mold breaker. It's a very special car. So if anybody has any questions or want to talk to me or ask me about the car, you're welcome to do so now. Because I can only do it once.
Four passenger?
Yeah, originally the Espada came in as a 4-passenger sports car. Ferruccio Lamborghini wanted a 4-passenger sports car because he thought it would break the market. And that's a very important car. And also, so you know, this motor is the motor that stayed in the Lamborghini Countach till 1982. It's the exact same Lamborghini Countach motor, V12, and then in 82 they went on a 5-liter. Anything else? Any questions?
How fast does the car go?
Well, I haven't ever tested it on a road, on an open road, but it's very dangerous to drive because when you drive this car, most people, it's 8.2 feet wide in the back, and most people don't realize it. They come so close to take pictures of the interior whilst you're driving, and they can get in between the two tires. So it's kind of difficult. Every time I drive it, I always have my friends with me to flank me up.
And what about a toll? What about driving through a toll? How does that work?
I took this car down to Key Biscayne the other day. I went to see a friend of mine. He's right here today. And I got to the toll and I couldn't go through because it's 8.2 foot wide and the tolls are only 8 foot. So I had to make everybody go back. That was kind of funny. And then I had to take the service toll for the trucks. But the guys weren't very happy in Key Biscayne.